Good morning DIY King, good morning DIY Queen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make those beautiful shelves you saw at the beginning of this video. Please don't click out. I know I'm saying this is a disclaimer. I did lose some footage, but I will give you all the information that is necessary. It's just kidogo footage. It's not a lot that I lost. It's just kidogo. I'll still give you all the details that are necessary to help you create this DIY, and I hope you're going to stick around. Please don't click out. So let's get into this video real quick, and I'm going to show you how I created those beautiful, gorgeous shelves that are now my new YouTube video background. So yes, the thing that I did miss in the video was showing you how to drill into the wall and putting these hooks in place. But that was it. It was just that and chopping up of the mbao, the wood, the pieces of plywood that I used. That's all the footage that's missing. So for that, I really do apologize. I'm so sorry. But that it will not mess up this DIY. We will still be able to go through. So of course you're going to drill your holes. You'll need some hooks, some wall plugs. The other things you're going to need are wood or plywood, depending on what you want your shelves to be made out of. You're going to need some rope. I wanted to use makonge, those sisal ropes, but I couldn't find any that looked good. Then I saw this one and I was like, you know what, it looks pretty okay, so I'm going to use it. This was 5 meters. Then I cut it into 4 equal pieces. So I just did half and half, and I ended up with 4 different pieces because each shelf is going to need 2 pieces to, hold everything together. You're going to need some loops or some hoops. I don't know what to call this. They're like some rings. Just find yourself some rings. They're going to be very important. Then you are going to drill into your wood. So I made a mistake when I was drilling into my wood. In this first part, you'll see like there was a lot of pressure, so it made my wood chip on the opposite side where the drill was coming out of because of the pressure. But I did rectify that, and because I'm a genius. So this is the chipping that came with that, and I really didn't like the way that looked. But this happened several times before my genius idea hit. So what I did was drill from the top, and then I would go halfway through, then flip the board over and drill from the other side. And what this did for moi is that it left me with like some perfect looking circles, some perfect holes where I was going to put my rope through. So I just did, as you can see here, I was just going in with the drill. This time around, I was very careful. I was very slow. I wasn't rushing through it. My cameraman doing a great job over there. Thank you, Nick. So I just did that, and then I would flip the board over and then do it from the other side. So this really did come through, and it really helped with the chipping. Then after that, what I did is I took some sandpaper and went with and just sanded around those edges, those circles, because they had some frays and some thingies up in there. So I just sanded through that. And then what that did is it really gave me a smooth surface to work with, and I wasn't worried that I was going to end up with splinters in my fingers and stuff. Then after that, it's time to assemble. So you start by putting the hoop through that rope, then put it all the way through to the half mark, like what's that thing called? Where the thingy curves. So halfway through. What I didn't like about this rope was that because of the way it was tied, it kept this shape, but once you put your shelves, it will be fine. Then the next thing I did was to mark where I wanted the first shelf to sit. So this is sort of important because you're going to put the first shelf. I thought this was going to be important. You're going to put the first shelf here. You're not going to do it on the wall, so you won't know where it goes. Oh, it's Clover, my little helper. So you're going to mark the parts where you want the first shelf to sit, and then you're going to do this for both because you're going to use 2 pieces of rope for each shelf that you're going to do. So since I'm doing 2 shelves, I just did this with, the first 4 and then the others. I just made sure they were the same space, the same whatever. Same height. Yes, height. Oh, look at me forgetting my words. So just mark that on the rope. Hold it down as much as you can just to try and make sure like it's very level. It's very important. So just do that. I used a pink marker. I wanted something that would scream in my face, look at me. Then after that, it's time to rope through those holes. So just put the rope in through the hole. What I did is I made sure that the bits that got chipped were facing up. That way nobody was going to see them, because I'm not about to look like I'm ratchet out here, like I don't know what I'm doing, I need to protect my rep out in the streets. So just rope through the And then what I did here, because I thought it was going to be super important, I made sure that the parts that I marked were like just sitting right on the hole before I tied my knot. Oh, woe on me, it didn't do much because I still had to untie the knots and retie them after when I went to the wall. You'll see why. But just, put your rope through. Actually, here, just put your rope through, make sure at least it's sort of level, like you have a similar level. It still helped because it made sure like I had a similar level from each side of the board before I went to the wall, because that's where the magic happens, the real magic. So just do that, tie your knot. Don't make them too tight because you're going to loosen them up. You'll only tighten them up when you are completely done. Oh, that's Joey. See, these cats are just like, they just want cameos. Ugh, I tell you, Clover is back. You should get yourself a helper like Clover, because see, now he's helping me with the rope. Then do the same thing with the other rope to the other side. Just repeat the process. Tie the knots, do all that cool stuff, making sure that it's there, and then you'll be left with a floating shelf. When you hold on to it, it will just be floating. It will look like those swings we used to swing on when we were kids. Yeah, for everyone who gets that reference. Then it's time to go to the wall. So you'll use those hooks, those loops that you had, and they're the ones that go into the hoop. No, the hoop goes into the hook. What? Tongue twister. The hoop goes into the hook. Then you'll notice here, like now you'll just start doing some adjustments here and there. You'll move this thing around like 50 different times until you're satisfied. So that was the importance of having the knots too tight. So then after that, like I didn't even bother with the first one that much. It looked okay. Then I put in the second one. So now it's important to rope this one when it's on the wall, because if you do it when it's down here, you'll have a lot more work. So I decided to rope it when it was on the wall, but you might need a helper because you see my teeth came into action up in this. So I used my mouth to hold on to the board from one end. I figured like maybe if I did one corner than the other, it would help. I wouldn't know because I didn't try it. I just did the same method on both sides. So just tie in again the second one, same process you did with the first one. This time around you haven't marked. You can just use your eyes to see where you want the shelf to sit on the wall, where or like how far up or how far down you want it to go, and then just tie another knot. It doesn't have to be perfect. We are going to redo all these things. So just tie your knots on both sides again, and then do the third one as well. So once you've done that, it's time to do that checking thing. So you will check, see where it lies, how it looks best, and then loosen the knot, then push it back up. Like this is something you'll do like 50 different times until you feel like you've gotten it right. So I just kept doing it pole pole, one at a time, until I found the best position for each of the shelves. So I did that, and then I also now went in with like a plant, just something to hold on to make sure that the shelves were okay and they were going to hold on to stuff. And then I also used this ruler thing. I honestly do not know what this thing is called, but it helps you determine later. It has liquid that determines if something is straight or not. So this also came in handy. So I used that on each level of the shelves to determine that they were straight, and then you are done. You can decorate however you want to decorate your shelves because they will look beautiful. They look beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You like them, I like them, we love them. This is the DIY that I did, and I'm thankful if you have made it this far, if you've stuck around this long, if you're going to recreate this DIY, please leave a like in the comments. If you love this DIY, leave a like. That way I know to make more DIY videos. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on that notification. That way you'll be notified every single time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.